Hi, this is Stold. Welcome. Today we're looking at Izzet Simulacrum deck. Simulacrum Synthesizer 2 in a blue, and it makes a construct token that gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Yeah, so the idea kind of concept was we're gonna Molten Duplication, 3 steps ahead, Season of Weaving, copy the Simulacrum, and then we're also trying out the Marauding Dreadship, since, vehicles are going to be coming soon. Figure, start taking a look at vehicles. And this is a 2 mana, 1 red for a 4/1 with haste, and it makes an incubator token, so it makes an artifact. So if you have a Simulacrum out and you cast this, you'll have a 3/3 construct token. And then kind of the concept around it is we're going with Norin, the Swift Survivalist, 1 mana for a 2/1, can't block. And when a creature is blocked, you can exile it, and then you can play it from exile this turn. So the idea is you attack in with the Marauding Dreadship. They either take the 4 damage or they block it, and then you can recast it from your hand. You'll make an incubator token, or not from your hand, but from exile. And you have to cast it that turn, so you got to make sure you have the mana up. And you'll make an incubator token that's 2, and then you'll get another guy out, so you probably make another Simulacrum. That's kind of the concept. And then to go along with the synthesizer, we're going with a full copy, 4 copies of Terra Peaks, so that when we make our little Simulacrum constructs, we can just, do X damage to their face, whatever it is. And then, we're just looking to copy stuff. So this can copy a creature or an artifact until end of turn, and then you sacrifice it. Sure, like you can copy a synthesizer, make a token, or you can copy the token. I think you want to copy the synthesizer to make the other synthesizer trigger. It's kind of the idea. Then we just got 4 copies on Summon, Burst Lightning to do the early game. Fear of Isolation, just kind of return our stuff to our hands so that we can recast it if we have a synthesizer out. Brazen Collector, we saw that in one of my decks. This is pretty sweet. I think it was in the Dragon deck, actually, where, you can attack and get that mana, and that Piggy Bank is another artifact. That makes a treasure token when it dies. It's a 3/2, so it can crew the Dreadship. Yeah, that's the deck. Pretty simple. Let's get into some games, see how we do. Yeah, so it takes a little bit of setup, and maybe this just dies, but we just have some other good stuff. And also, Norin works really good with the Terror of the Peaks, so that you're just constantly bringing creatures back into the battlefield and constantly doing that damage to them. I think we go with Piggy Bank is more damage, I guess. Since we don't have more mana, might not matter with the Brazen Collector. Okay, I guess we're just gonna win, I guess, maybe. Okay. Thanks. Nice. We got another one of those. We need the mana first? Shoot. Sucks. We got another one of those. That's all I know. Is just a control deck? What's going on? They're at 11. Oops. Yeah, we'll just counter that spell, I guess. Yeah, you do that. Thanks, bro. You don't need that guy, right, anymore? Terror of the Peaks. Not quite there. Okay, draw 2 cards, I assume. Or you're gonna take out my guy. Yep. Burst Lightning, Burst Lightning. I need 5 mana. You could copy the spider, I guess. Can you afford it? Huh? Uh-huh. Or if they go down to 3, we burst lightning them to death. So what's in there for? Nice mirror match. I love it. Very interesting, but this is really expensive. This is 4 mana. This is 5 mana. It's way too expensive for us. What we're doing with 5 mana is we're putting out Terror of the Peaks. We're copying stuff. Yeah. Wow, was that my mistake? Probably. Piggy bank on 2. You got counterspell? No counterspell. There was no stick there. At least not for a creature spell. I think they don't have it, but let's see it. I mean, I have no way to trigger it. Terror of the Peaks. Don't really need that land, I guess, right? Yeah, too bad. If you kill my piggy bank, though, that would be great if you could. Use Simulacrum deck too? Is this another mirror? Possibly. Toxic? All that work? No? You don't want to do it? You don't want to? You don't want to give me the land? No? No? It is a mirror match. Mm-hmm. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Simulacrum next turn, just do 5 damage to his face? I don't know. These burst lightning just 4 damage to his face. He's essentially at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack with the Terror of the Peaks. Put out another Terror of the Peaks. Give him 5 damage to his face. Okay. I'm just gonna attack in. Maybe it's a bad move, but... Okay. Yeah, maybe a bad move, but... Okay. Excellent. Scry 2. Don't need none of those. So Saw Trap. Yeah, might as well do another one of these. Just need to come down to 8. I mean, I guess I should have did that first, but... Sweep the board. Okay, no saw trap, I guess. Both on top. So we'll put this out first. Learn my lesson. 2 to your face. 2 to your face. Good stuff. We win the mirrors all the time. That's my fault for not mulliganing, right? Should I mulligan this? Now that I got all the colors of mana? No. What's he gonna do? I'm never gonna draw Simulacrum and... yeah. Blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. Do we Dragon Orb? That's just the sacrifice creature one. I think we'll go with this. Maybe we should have went with the Marauding Dreadship, but... okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll have to wait. I think they're gonna put something good out now. I'm scared. I could draw and discard as well. I have 5 mana. My turn. Okay, that's good. Let's just do it. See a removal spell, huh? No removal spell. Interesting. I mean, having the unsummon allows us a lot of leeway, right? So they're just a sack deck? And I have enough mana to do it. A Yoink Sac deck, huh? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll put on another one, I guess. And then we just return it to their hand. 1, 2, 3. I see. Oh, these counter spells are gonna be really good. Also, maybe the unsummon. Do I take the 3 damage? Yeah, I think I do. I think I'm gonna take it. Okay. I'm gonna put this back in their hand. So they just have more sack stuff. I'll activate this ability. But on my turn, 4 lands. And now I can Molten Duplication. I think it's good, right? 1, 2. It seems pretty good. I still copy their spell. Counter their spell. They try to steal my guy. That's a really good card. There's nothing I could do about it, huh? No. No. I don't think so. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I mean, they're basically just making fish. We force them to make fish, and we're gonna copy the Simulacrum on their turn at their end step, I think, unless they can't do something outrageous. Basically, you force them to make a fish and force them to sack the fish. So that's like 3 mana. For 5 mana, it's really too expensive. For 5 mana, they're making a 3/3. Oh, they're drawing cards. Yeah. It's an interesting idea, but this is just too expensive of a sacrifice outlet. Right? Too much. Right? Look what they're making a 3/3 for 5 mana. We're gonna make another synthesizer that's gonna make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 for 4 mana. Right? And then we're gonna make another synthesizer. Yeah, that game's over. Alright, there she is. It's a pretty interesting deck. The Dreadship, finally get to use it. Not really sure, like the Norin thing. It's a little bit janky, like almost artifact. I mean, there's the obvious one that is in all the synthesizer decks is the Thrawn Spider, which would be great. You could just attack in, but then you're giving them Power Stones. I don't know if you necessarily want to do that. You could go with the Crawler. At the beginning of upkeep, each player draws a card. I don't know if you want to necessarily be drawing them cards. It would be better to do something like the Sterling Hound, where you get to surveil when it enters. Although Power Stones would be pretty good, would be pretty helpful as well. A flying creature might be quite interesting, but then it's not going to get blocked. That's the problem. You want something to be blocked. This would also be pretty good. Add 1 mana of any color. The Oasis Gardener, something that no one's ever going to play with. Be pretty good if they block it. It's good. Obviously, more power, the better. Let's see, attack in. Another creature gets haste. It's not really that great. Obviously, double strike's pretty good as well. Tapping a creature after you've attacked is not really that great. Unctuous is pretty good too, but double blue, it doesn't really have an entered ability. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, draw a card and discard a card. Other artifact creatures you control get +1/+1. I mean, it does pump up stuff, but is a lord. I think those would be the things I would look at. You know, maybe you go down 2 on the Marauder, but as you've seen in the games, you know, I don't know, people aren't playing creatures? I have no idea. Or we're just able to take care of them in certain ways, right? Between the Terror of the Peaks, the piggy banks, forcing them to block stuff. I didn't get to see the Fear of Isolation. Maybe that doesn't belong in the deck. It was, the idea behind it was it's a 2 mana pumper and you could recycle it. So maybe that's something that we go down on. I'd have to play it some more to see. But I like the Brazen Collector. I like the Piggy Bank for the treasure token. It's also a 3/2 body, so it has some good power. This has first strike. You know, it's pretty good. You can burst lightning their, you know, if they have 4 toughness creature blocks you, you can burst lightning it, or maybe even shelter it or whatever, and you get that first strike. It's really good. Yeah, so maybe the Fear of Isolation is the only thing I'm questioning. I did originally have like multiple, like 4 or 2 of these and more 3 steps ahead, but I found that it's not really that great. And even the Molten Duplication, I could probably go down 1 on that and go up something else. Maybe start looking at putting in as a mana ramp, kind of like the orb. I don't know. The Hound seems like it would be pretty good though, actually. Surveil 2, so you can look at the top 2. Although gaining 2 life. Let's go Dragon Engine for that 1 card. Yeah, I just think like that. You know, the initial concept was to duplicate stuff, but it doesn't seem like it's that great that you necessarily need it. So, you know, then you have other support pieces. And even the Dreadship. Yeah, I would say maybe I'll make those little adjustments. I don't know if that's the right moves. Maybe you just don't go with, maybe, you know, maybe you can make that on your own decisions. But yeah, I went 3 and 2. Pretty good showing. I wish I had more time to play it, but kind of backed up from the holidays. A little bit behind, so didn't get to play as much as I want to, and I only lost games where I got screwed on mana or mana flooded, so definitely winning the mirror matches is pretty good. So yeah, this has been Told. Like and subscribe. See you next time.